So I had platinum white hair when I auditioned for Queer Eye. So that was interesting. I was like, I'm sorry. I was like, I'm sure you've seen the posters all over town. I was like, that's me. It's not, I'm not trying to look like Mr. J from Top Model. It just happens to be that way right now. So that's how I got cast, I think, for Queer Eye. And then, Queer Eye, it was interesting. They'd already shot 2 episodes. So they had a cast already assembled for the Bravo version. This is in 2003 spring. And what ended up happening was, I guess the chemistry wasn't right and they were looking to secretly recast. I went in for a meeting and like an audition, I guess, but I had never auditioned for anything in this space. And to be honest, Mitch, they didn't know what to call the genre. They were like, well, you're going to be like a crime fighting makeover-y Charlie's Angel, but the view, you were all different. Like there was no reference.
Yeah.
And I sat across from a woman at an office desk and she told me to take her on a date as a divorced dad living on Long Island. Where would we go? What would we do? And I was a man about New York City. I knew what was up and kind of gave her all these little hidden gem ideas that she'd never heard of. She's like, I love your answer and I love the way you delivered it. I'm going to give you a call back for NBC and Bravo tomorrow and the creator and director of the show. Just answer everything the same way. Oh, wait, how old are you? And I was like, oh, I'm 23. She goes, you're 26. And I was like, okay. And she's like, where'd you go to college? And I was like, well, actually, I was going to go, but then I got rent. And she was like, you graduated. And I went in.
So they're creating this whole backstory for you.
Yes, because she thought I would be too young. I'm a decade younger than my cast members. So that's, generationally, it kind of puts me in between the new cast and my cast. I mean, there's some members of the new cast that were like a year or two apart. So it was a tricky journey for me. Yeah. But essentially I auditioned and it was Carson and Ted and I didn't know who they were. They weren't on TV. And I was there for a chemistry test, which no one tells you what that's going to be like. And their job was to kind of mess with me to see if comedically I could hold my own. And I didn't know that, Mitch. I thought they were making fun of me. So I just thought I'll be funny and memorable. And I left defeated, called my agent. I said, don't ever submit me for anything like that ever again. I don't want to know anything about this queer thing. I didn't get it. An hour later, he calls back and he's like, well, I guess you didn't do that bad. You start Monday. And I was like, wait, what?